Hello everyone, welcome to Analytics Study Point. The AJMI Class 10 Social Science Economics Part Chapter 2 Economic Development. Hey chapter complete question answer বোৰ লৈ আনিছো। তো ভিডিওটো ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰাৰ আগতে মই সকলোকে কৈ চাইছো তুমি চেনেলটো সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি দিব। তো number 1 economic growth. Economic growth is basically a quantitative concept that relates to growth in output and in particular growth in per capita income. 2. Economic development. Economic development is basically a quantitative concept which includes the quantitative concept, that is economic growth, and also change in area or sector which are economically and socially significant. Number 3. Human development. Human development means the expansion of collection choice of the people. 4. Economic planning. Economic planning is an instrument to attain a set of well-defined objectives within a definite time period as determined by a central planning agency. 5 number, democratic planning. In democratic planning, the people participate in the different stages of plan making and it ensure decentralization of power. 6 number, liberalization. Economic liberalization means lessening of the degree of state control in the economic system of a country. 7. Privatization. Privatization is opening up of the sector unit to the private sector. 8. Globalization. Globalization means the integration of economy of a nation with the economics of the rest of the world, and it is the result of privatization and liberalization of the economy. The next short answer questions were: number 1, mention two important points of difference between economic growth and economic development. Economic growth, increase in the monetary growth of a nation in a particular period. Economic development, it refers to the all-over development of the quality of life in a nation, which include economic growth. It is a quantitative measure that shows the possible increase in the number of commercial transactions in a economy. It is a quantitative as well as qualitative improvement in the life of citizen of a country and is most appropriately determined by Human Development Index. Number 2, what are the three indices of human development? Number 1, life expectancy. Number 2, literacy. The level of literacy include adult literacy and the gross enrollment ratio of primary and secondary education and other branches. 3. Standard of living, basically accessibility to sanitation and pure drinking water. Number 3, what is meant by extension of collective choice? Extension of collective choice ensure decentralization of power. There are 3 layers of administration in India: central government, state government, and local bodies. At each level, the plan scheme are discussed by the representative of the people. As the representatives of the people formulate and discuss scheme at the lowest level of administration, it is known as grassroots planning. Number 4, mention 4 important objectives of India's 5-year plan. Number 1, to raise the rate of economic growth. 2, to give importance to the application of modern technology. 3, to attain self-reliance. 4, to secure social justice. Number 5, who are the members of Niti Aayog? The members of Niti Aayog are: the chairman of Niti Aayog is the Prime Minister of India. The other members of Niti Aayog are the Vice Chairman, Chief Minister of State, Lieutenant Governor of UT, 4 Central Minister, Chief Executive Officer, and the expert from different fields. Number 6, explain one of the main point of difference between the first phase of planning in India and the second phase. The answer: because the industrial policy accepted the goal of the socialistic pattern of society, the public sector was the leading sector in the economy during the first period of planning, and the role of the private sector was secondary. However, the Indian economic growth rate was unsatisfied during this time period. In India, the second phase of planning spanned the year 1991 to 92 to the present. because of the economic policy implemented in 1921 emphasizing liberation, privatization and globalization, the importance of the private sector grew during this period while the emphasis on the public sector declined. Number 7. Briefly explain the three main causes of the introduction of economic reform measures in India. 1. The aggregate public expenditure exceeded the aggregated public revenue, which resulted in a huge fiscal deficit. The amount of public expenditure in the public sector was rising over the year, but the vast majority of public sector undertaking incurred heavy losses and hence the return of the public expenditure were low. 2. Fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit is an economic phenomenon in which the aggregate public expenditure surpasses the aggregate public revenue. Indian economy has to face a huge fiscal deficit during the first phase of planning. 3rd. Inflation. Indian economy was deeply affected by inflation in the pre-economic reform period. 8. Mention 3 benefits of economic reform in India. Number 1. Foreign exchange reserve increased due to increase in foreign investment. 2. Economic growth was observed. 3. There was a reduction in the wholesale price but increase in retail price. Number 9. Briefly explain two problem of economic reform in India. 1. First, both the extent and the intensity of competition have increased, but unless more purchasing power comes to the hand of the common man, the benefits of economic reform will be limited. Secondly, excessive consumerism may lead to the erosion of social value where money power will be all pervading. 10. Mention 5 important objectives of Assam 12 5 years plan. 1. To raise the rate of growth of the Assam economy to 10% in the next 2 to 3 decades in order to remove the gap between Assam economy and the economy of the developing state in India. 2. To adopt various schemes for poverty removal. 3. To tackle the problem of flood and erosion with the latest technology and scientific management. 4. To raise the annual rate of growth of agriculture from 6% to 8%. 5. To achieve self-sufficiency in power generation and to apply modern technology in power supply and distribution. এইকেইটাই কোৱেশ্যন আছিলে। ধন্যবাদ।